Hello and warm welcome to the Southern View. In this segment, we will bring you all the updates regarding the southern states. We joined by Ritu from Bengaluru, and very shortly Ashwin from Kerala also will join this segment. Let's begin with the news from Tamil Nadu. In fact, politics over the Christmas celebration in Tamil Nadu. You know, TVK Chief Vijay hosted a grand event to celebrate Christmas today in Mamallapuram. On the other side, last week, DMK also held a massive event to celebrate Christmas in southern Tamil Nadu, and even AIADMK held a massive event to celebrate Christmas in Tamil Nadu. But what's the controversy and what's the debate now? All the parties celebrating Christmas is very usual, but this time, as a significant development, DMK, which usually celebrate Christmas in Chennai, this time they chose to celebrate in southern district. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin in Tirunelveli, near Tirunelveli, and Udayanidhi Stalin in Kanyakumari. So these are all where the Christian population, very predominantly Shah Christian population in those southern district area. So this is seen as a significant development ahead of 2026 election, as they don't want to take risk by losing Christianity votes to the TVK. Actor turned politician Vijay TVK is also on race, as he is a Christian by himself, who is actually a neutral face with as he has fans from all the religion, but he himself as a Christian. He also hosted a massive Christmas event this morning in Chennai, in Mamallapuram. So of course there is a war of words between both the parties, whereas TVK is trying to capture Christian votes ahead of 2026 election and minority votes. But whereas DMK criticized the BJP and projected BJP as the anti-minority by calling them as they introduced CAA and other laws against minority welfare. They even criticized AIADMK, saying that they are also at alliance with BJP. But whereas AIADMK responded to such criticism, saying that DMK and other parties only using religion, they are using some appeasement politics over this. But it would be very interesting to see how this election will play a role, how minorities will play a role in upcoming 2026 election. Let's listen to the reaction from AIADMK and TVK Chief Vijay himself, who delivered a speech this morning in Christmas event.
நாமளும் தமிழக வெற்றி கழகமும் சமூக சமய நல்லிணக்கத்தை பாதுகாக்கிறதுல 100% உறுதியா இருப்போம். அதில் எந்த விதமான ஒரு காம்ப்ரமைஸும் இருக்கவே இருக்காது. அதனால தான் நம்மளுடைய கொள்கைகளுக்கு மதச்சார்பற்ற சமூக நீதி கொள்கைகள்னு பேர் வச்சதே இந்த உறுதினால தான்.
People of Tamil Nadu are very well aware about the double standards of DMK. So in the name of appeasing one section of people, they go all out. They don't follow the books of law. They take the law into their own hands in the name of appeasement. And for example, the case of Thiruparankundram. Thiruparankundram is not a cause for the people. There is nothing to do with the law and order. Thiruparankundram is to appease the minorities so that his son Udayanidhi Stalin, who is likely to contest in the Chepak constituency, can grab the minority votes by appeasing them.
But DMK says only right-wing Hindutva forces creating tension situation in Thiruparankundram using religion.
It is this incompetent government led by MK Stalin who is leading this state into the darkness. He's already pushed the state into darkness.
நீங்கள் ஒரு தீபாவளிக்கு விழா எடுத்துக்கொண்டால் அதுக்கப்புறம் இதையும் செய்தால் நீங்க மத சார்பை சொல்ல முடியும். தீபாவளிக்கு வாழ்த்து சொல்ல முடியாதவர், தீபாவளி விழாவை கொண்டாடாதவர் வீட்டுக்குள்ள மட்டும் கொண்டாடுவாங்க. ஆனால் வெளியில இப்படி ஒரு வெளி வேஷம், இப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு ஆட்சி இருக்கக்கூடாது என்பதுதான் இன்றைக்கு தமிழக மக்கள் மட்டுமல்ல தேசிய ஜனநாயக கூட்டணிக்கு உருவாகி இருக்கிறது.
However, DMK gave clarification, saying that if Vijay spoke about the communal harmony and equality in Christmas event, what is Vijay's stand in Thiruparankundram issue? What he had told about the Thiruparankundram issue, expressed opinion. Why Vijay remaining silence over Thiruparankundram issue? This was the question asked by the DMK. On the other side, AIADMK is also raised, and DMK is also trying their best to not to split that minority votes. So it would be very interesting to see in upcoming 2026 election. Moving on to other story from Kerala regarding the same Christmas, my colleague Ashwin will bring you more on that. Ashwin, over to you.
Well, thank you, Vijay. In fact, the Education Minister V. Shivankuti has come forward with a statement condemning the alleged stopping of Christmas festival in schools which have been managed by the Sangha Parivar. In fact, Education Minister Shivankuti has stated that the schools should not become laboratory for communal learnings, and it should be a place where secular education must be enforced at any cost. And then he also warned these schools, stating that such kind of actions will lead to a big action from the government side. In fact, we are standing outside this very school which has been alleged to have committed any kind of stoppage of the festival. In fact, we spoke to the management and they said that there is no such instance that has happened. In fact, the school has celebrated Christmas. There was only one particular condition that was kept, that no food from outside, especially cake, should be brought in, considering to avoid any kind of food poisoning for these children. That is what the school has stated and rubbished this report as well. In fact, the Education Minister quoted the CPM mouthpiece Deshabhimani, stating that such an incident has happened in 2 different schools which are managed by the Sangha Parivar. So one school is definitely where we are in front of, and that has certainly not gone well with the school authorities. It needs to be seen whether the school will take any particular legal action after the Education Minister has made this statement. Moving on, we have the shocking incident of lynching of a Chhattisgarh native has caused much embarrassment to the state, because a man has been lynched who is also from a Dalit community, has been lynched. Now, as per the remand report that NDTV has access, it has stated that these accused who have attacked this man, who have lynched this man, has caused multiple injuries in at least 20 different parts of his body. He has been stabbed multiple times, and the government is now pointing fingers at the Sangha Parivar, stating those people who are associated with the Sangha Parivar are behind us. Let's hear MP Rajesh, the Kerala minister's bite and reaction on this incident that has come to light.
Brutal killing of a guest worker from Chhattisgarh, Ram Narayan Bhayal, is highly condemnable. He is a victim of politics of hate propagated by Sangha Parivar throughout the country. He was subjected to mob lynching, accusing that he is a Bangladeshi. And 5 people have been arrested, and 4 are Sangha Parivar activists. They are non-criminals, and they are accused in many criminal cases, including attempt to murder of a CPIM leader.
Meanwhile, the family of the Chhattisgarh native has going through a harrowing time in the state, where the brother of the victim, as well as the family members, including his minor children, have all come down. They are refusing to take this body unless justice has been meted out to them. They're demanding a fair compensation in this regard. And as we speak, the revenue minister is also speaking to the family in terms of what kind of compensation has to be given. And the family has also demanded that the body must be brought back to Chhattisgarh, and all the expenses for it must be borne by the state. As we speak, the discussion is going on with regard to that. Let's hear what the victim's brother had to say about this incident that has come to light.
मेरे भाई को जो है यहाँ पे भीड़ द्वारा जो है पीटा गया है, तो जो भीड़ द्वारा पीटा जो धारा है मॉब लिंचिंग का, वो केस दर्ज होना चाहिए। और जो तहसील पुनावाला का धारा है, SIT टीम गठित वो हो, और मृतक जो मेरे परिवार के जो ये मेरे दोनों बच्चे हैं, मेरे भाई है, इनको जो है उचित जो है मुआवजा राशि 25 लाख रुपये से मिले, ऐसा मेरी सरकार से मांग। केरला सरकार से बात की आप? केरला सरकार से कोई हेल्प मिलेगा? अभी तक तो कोई हेल्प मिला नहीं। आगे जो है सरकार से मेरी यही मांग है, जो मेरी 3 मांगे हैं, और हम लोग SC समुदाय से आते हैं, तो SC ST एट्रोसिटी की धारा जो है वो दर्ज होना चाहिए।
बॉडी छत्तीसगढ़ के
जब तक मेरी ये मांगे नहीं पूरी हो जाती, हम शव को कहीं नहीं ले जाएंगे।
Well, that's all we have from the state of Kerala for the time being. Meanwhile, let me just pass on to my colleague Vijay. Vijay, the Deepam issue refuses to die down. It's getting bigger by the day. What's the latest update on the story? Vijay.
Thank you, Ashwin. That's right. There is no end for Deepam controversy in Thiruparankundram. Even yesterday, there was a tension situation prevailed in Thiruparankundram where a group of 20 group of people stopped from hoisting a flag to commencement to beginning of Sandanakudu festival in Sikindar Hill, in top of Thiruparankundram Hill. Our NDTV Sam Daniel is in Madurai in Thiruparankundram. Send this report.
While the Thiruparankundram Deepam Rao has become national headlines, we come to you from Thiruparankundram, a few hundred meters away from the temple, where Muslim tradition is displaying communal amity. This is part of the Sandanakudu festival, where Muslims hoist their flag on the dargah on top of the hill, next to the pillar on which the court had recently asked to light the lamp. In fact, the bulls here, as a tradition, come from a Hindu family. Inside the mosque, you have Hindu vidwans performing musical instruments like tabla and mridangam. And they say on the ground there is no Hindu-Muslim divide, but they all celebrate and live in amity. Whoever opposes the present tradition of lighting of lamp on another part of the hill near the Uchipalaya temple, they say, are trying to wedge a divide between Hindus and Muslims. But on the ground, they say, there's nothing of that kind at all. But even as we speak, police have detained around 50 people who attempted to go on top the hill to light the Deepam there.
Moving on to another story from Karnataka, my colleague Ritu will bring you more updates. Ritu, over to you.
Thank you, Vijay. But here in Karnataka, there seems to be no remedy to the whole of the CM Tussle, which is on here in the state. Now, remember, in the month of November is when that the Congress basically completed it in the form of a government, almost that of 2.5 years. Now, right after that, we've been hearing one or the other leader coming before the media and making out a clear statement that, one set of MLAs say that CM Sabarimala should continue as the Chief Minister of the state and complete 5 complete years. On the other side, you have the loyalists of the DK Shivakumar who go on to say that this is the time whether the DK Shivakumar needs to be provided an opportunity by the High Command. Now, what is really quite interesting over here is that with all that the Tussle which is on this time, it has taken a new turn. Now, this mainly because you have the AICC Chief Mallikarjun Kharge himself coming out and saying that this is an issue basically not been created by the High Command. The confusion is something that the local leaders have committed, and thus the local leaders should get together to resolve this matter. But what is really contradictory for us to try and understand is that you have the state Chief Minister Sabarimala going on to state that when he had spoken to the High Command, according to him, that is Rahul Gandhi and the other senior leaders, he was said that they will resolve this matter. Now, that's the reason why he goes on to say that it is all to the High Command to resolve this. Now, it needs to be seen because majorly you also have the other set of senior leaders from Karnataka itself who also personally believe that this matter needs to get resolved here at the state level as well. Now, it needs to be seen where is that this is really going to lead to in the coming days. But herein, we have lined up a few reactions for you. Listen in.
ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಪ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿಚಾರ. ಯಾರು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವರ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ವಿಚಾರನ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ತರಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ತರಬೇಡಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧ.
ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ನಾಯಕರಲ್ಲೇ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ತರದ್ ಬೇಡ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ.
ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವ್ರು ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹಂಗೆ. ನೀವು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದವರೇ ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ? ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ?
ಗೊಂದಲನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ನನಗೆ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋರು, ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ಸ್ಮನ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳ ಲೀಡರ್ಸು, ಅವರೇ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಗೊಂದಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಗೊಂದಲ? ನೀವು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. BJP ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿದು ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೂ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ದಿನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ನಮ್ಮ AICC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವರು ಯಾವ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೋ, ಏನು ಸೂಚನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ.
ಗೊಂದಲೇನೋ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗೊಂದಲ ಅವರೇ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕ ನೀವು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ? ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದನ್ನ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಲೀಡರು ಸೆಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪಕ್ಷ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು, ಯಾರೋ ನಾನು ಕಟ್ಟಿನಿ ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಕಟ್ಟರು. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾರೇ ಲೀಡರ್ ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ನನ್ನಿಂದಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು. ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲವು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾಗ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತದೆ.
Well, now needs to be seen where is this really going to lead to in the coming days, whether there would be a solution to it, that only time will tell us. But herein we have a news coming in from Bengaluru. There you see on our screen we are showing you a viral video. Now this is the video that's been shared by the ex-user celeb on his X platform basically, where he is trying to highlight the civic apathy here in the IT city Bengaluru. In the visual on our screen, you can see how that this toddler is trying, finding it difficult and struggling to navigate through those encroached footpaths, for that matter, damaged footpaths as well. Now, this is the video that's really gone viral. Now, this speaks about the pedestrians' infrastructure here in the IT city. Now, it's quite viral that you see there are series of comments that are pouring in as well about the IT city's infrastructure. Now, even as that you have the GBA, the Greater Bengaluru Authority, which states that they're really doing a lot to clear these encroached footpaths and ensure that the pedestrians do not find any sort of a difficulty. Now, needs to be seen, how is that in the coming days the GBA is really going to work for the safety of the pedestrians. Now, that's all that we had here from Karnataka. Now, we have news coming in again from Tamil Nadu, for which our colleague Vijay will bring you those updates. Vijay, over to you.
Thank you, Ritu. The controversy over NREGA, there was a huge controversy when Union government announced a new law changing the name of the scheme also. Whether DMK, the parliament MPs opposed strongly in parliament itself, but whereas Chief Minister MK Stalin once again criticized BJP for taking such move. He questioned the BJP government, asking the move from BJP is against the poor people, especially affects the rural villages, poor villages. He also questioned the AIADMK silence over the issue. He said they hate Mahatma Gandhi, that's why they are replacing his name with some Hindi name. Let's listen to the reaction of MK Stalin over this.
இந்திய கிராமங்களுடைய உயிர்நாடியாக இருந்து பல கோடி ஏழை மக்களுடைய வறுமையை போக்கின மகாத்மா காந்தி 100 நாள் வேலை திட்டத்தை இப்போ பாஜக அரசு திட்டமிட்டு முடக்கி இருக்கிறாங்க. மகாத்மா காந்தியுடைய பெயரையே நீக்கி பெரும்பாலான இந்திய மக்களுக்கு புரியாத இந்தி பேரை வேற வச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. மதச்சார்பின்மை, ஒற்றுமை என்ற சொற்கள் அது பாஜகவுக்கு பிடிக்காது. அதனால அதையெல்லாம் வாழ்நாளெல்லாம் வலியுறுத்தின காந்தியை அவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்காது. உலகம் முழுக்க இந்தியாவோட அடையாளமா இருக்கிற தேசத்தந்த காந்தியோட பேரையே இன்றைக்கு நீக்கி இருக்கிறாங்க. காந்தியோட பேரை நீக்கினது மட்டும் இல்ல, 100 நாள் வேலை திட்டத்தின் உண்மையான நோக்கத்தையே காலி பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
AIADMK once again flags the issue of issuing free laptops to students. You know, it was very great scheme from former Chief Minister M.K. Stalin in 2011 when she introduced free laptop to class 12 students. However, the scheme got stopped in between when DMK forms the government. The allegation by AIADMK is DMK Chief Minister M.K. Stalin deliberately stopped the scheme, which actually benefited many poor students in terms of preparing competitive exams. So laptop helped those such students very in a great way, but DMK government deliberately stopped that. However, DMK responded to that saying that the scheme got stopped when EPS became Chief Minister itself. Let's listen to the package regarding the ongoing controversy.
The AIADMK's Makkalai Kappom Tamilagathai Meepom Yatra, which covered all 234 assembly constituencies of Tamil Nadu over past 3 months, has now formally concluded. Having reconnected with farmers, workers and families across the state of Tamil Nadu, the party has now turned its focus to students and first-time voters. On the 17th of December, the AIADMK's students' wing held a protest in Chennai against the ruling DMK government's upcoming free laptop distribution scheme. The party called it limited and hurriedly timed just ahead of the 2026 polls. Party leader and Party General Secretary Edappadi Palanichami also met former beneficiaries of the scheme, who highlighted the scheme's absence over the past 4.5 years.
வேண்டுமென்றே திட்டமிட்டு எங்கள் மீது இருக்கின்ற கோபத்தின் அடிப்படையில் மாணவர்களை பழிவாங்காதீர்கள் என்ற கோரிக்கை வச்சோம். ஆனா அது எல்லாம் பொருட்படுத்தல. இன்றைய நிலை என்ன? அடுத்த ஆண்டு தேர்தல் வர இருக்குது. ஆக மாணவர்கள் இளைஞர்களுடைய கோபத்துக்கு ஆளாகிவிட்டது இந்த அரசாங்கம். இந்த மாணவர்கள் இளைஞர்களுடைய வாக்குகள் அவருக்கு தேவை. இன்னைக்கு மாணவர்கள் இளைஞருடைய செல்வாக்கை இந்த அரசு இழந்து விட்டது. மாணவர்களுக்கு கிடைக்க வேண்டிய நல்ல பலன்கள் எல்லாம் இந்த அரசாங்கம் முடக்கிவிட்டது. அதனால் அந்த கோபத்தை தணிக்கின்ற விதமாக அடுத்த ஆண்டு நடைபெற்ற சட்டமன்ற பொதுத் தேர்தலில் இந்த மாணவர்களுடைய வாக்கு தேவை. ஏன்னா ஓட்டு போடுகின்ற வயது, ஓட்டு போடக்கூடிய வயது கல்லூரியில் படிக்கின்ற மாணவர்களுக்கு தான். அந்த முன்னிட்டு தான் இப்ப 10 லட்சம் பேர் கொடுப்பதா அறிவிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. சரி, அது கொடுப்பது வரவேற்கத்தக்கதான். ஆனா எப்ப கொடுத்திருக்கணும்? இந்த கல்லூரி திறப்பதற்கு முன்பு கொடுத்திருந்தாலோ, இந்த கல்லூரி திறக்கின்ற பொழுது இந்த அறிவிப்பை கொடுத்திருந்தாலோ, இந்த மாணவ செல்வங்கள் கடனுடனே வாங்கி இந்த ஏழை குடும்பத்தில் பிறந்த மாணவர்கள், நடுத்தர குடும்பத்தில் பிறந்த மாணவர்கள் எல்லாம் இந்த மடிக்கணினி தவிர்த்திருக்கலாம். ஆனா இன்றைய நிலை என்ன? இடையில ஒரு 5 மாதம் கழிச்சு கல்லூரியிலிருந்து படித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற இந்த காலகட்டத்தில் ஒரு 5 மாதம் கழித்து இந்த மடிக்கணினி கொண்டிருக்கிற திட்டத்தை கொடுக்கணும்னு அறிவிச்சிருக்காங்க. இன்னும் கொடுத்த மாதிரி இல்ல, அறிவிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. கொள்முதல் செய்வதாக பத்திரிகை செய்தி. இப்போ கொடுக்கறதுனால எந்த பலனும் ஏற்பட போவதில்லை. ஏன்னா அவர்கள் ஏற்கனவே மடிக்கணினி வாங்கிட்டாங்க. ஏன்னா கல்வி தொடர வேண்டும் அல்லவா? அது இறுதி ஆண்டு படிக்கின்ற மாணவர்கள் 2 மாதத்துல அந்த கல்வி முடிச்சு அதில் வெளியில டிகிரி வாங்கி வெளியில போகணும். பட்டப்படி படிக்கக்கூடிய 3ஆம் ஆண்டு மாணவர்கள் அந்த படிப்பை முடித்து வெளியிலே செல்லக்கூடிய சூழ்நிலை. இப்படி இந்த அரசாங்கம் திட்டமிடாமல் இந்த செயல்பாடினால் மாணவர்களுக்கும் பலன் இல்லை. ஒவ்வொரு திட்டமும் ஒரு அரசாங்கத்தை செலவழித்து தான் திட்டத்தை நிறைவேற்றாங்க. அப்படி அந்த திட்டத்தை நிறைவேற்றுகின்ற பொழுது இந்த திட்டம் சரியான காலகட்டத்திலே, உரிய நேரத்திலே, நீங்களாம் குறிப்பிட்ட உரிய நேரத்தில் அது அந்த மாணவனுக்கு கிடைச்சா தான் அந்த மாணவனுக்கு பலன் கிடைக்கும், நன்மை கிடைக்கும். ஆனா இந்த ஆட்சியில் அப்படி கிடைக்கல.
In fact, we have a breaking story coming from Sabarimala right now. As far as the Sabarimala gold heist investigation is going on, one of the accused named Govardhan, who is a jewelry owner based in Bellary in Karnataka, has submitted in the High Court, which gives a very shocking information. He has come forward to state that the SIT has taken 474 grams of gold from him, but at the same time, when the work came to him for Sabarimala gold plating, the same amount was delivered back to the Travancore Devasam board, and he has spent close to 10 lakhs, which was transferred to the Travancore Devasam board, and all the documents for this is also there with him. He has come forward to state that the SIT came and took 474 grams of gold from him, and this has caused him a double damage because he had already donated the same back to Sabarimala in terms of money, and also a new chain was built for the deity in Sabarimala as well. Certainly, Govardhan informing this to the court, stating that he has known the main accused Unnikrishnan Poti since 2009, and he has also stated that he in fact has been one of the main sponsors for many of the gold plating that was done from 2009, and Poti, the Unnikrishnan Poti, was one of the mediator for the same. Now he has submitted in the court that the SIT is trying to force him to say wrong things, and they are also troubling him. Now this revelation certainly will put not just the SIT in question, but also the High Court, which is monitoring the issue, will have to step in now, because some evidences have been given by Govardhan to the court, stating that all the money that he has donated is also with him, and that has also been submitted to the court as well. The SIT had picked up Govardhan, and he had marked them arrested day before yesterday, on Saturday in fact, and he has been made as one of the accused in this case. As far as the SIT is concerned, they have said that all the gold that was pilfered by Unnikrishnan Poti, the prime accused, was in fact taken by the jeweler based in Bellary. This has been completely refuted by the jeweler, and he has put forward a lot of documents which he has submitted to the court, stating that every transaction that he has made, including the 10 lakh transaction through demand draft, the gold that was submitted to the Sabarimala, all has been there in record. So certainly this is going to put a lot of pressure on the SIT to prove the case, and also very importantly to find out where exactly the Sabarimala gold has gone. That's all we have now from the state of Sabarimala, from the state of Kerala. In fact, that's a wrap for the southern view. Let's thank you all my colleagues. Thank you Vijay, thank you Ritu, and stay tuned to NDTV. We'll be back with more important and breaking stories. Thank you.